If you're watching a great shonen, you will most likely get to a point where your favorite character has his back to the wall. And this sets up one of the greatest tropes ever, so we have to ask the question.
What is some of the greatest I got your back moments?
I don't know. The first one that came to my mind, again, it's not an anime that, you know what I'm saying, you're really familiar with, but Black Clover. I know you don't like Asta and his yelling, but Black Clover, there's a scene where Finneral is fighting his brother, and his brother's about to take him out. I ain't gonna lie, he about to kill him. And boy, Asta, Magma, and Luck dive into the situation, and they got like swords pointed at his neck, and they're like, "You move again, we'll kill you." That moment, everybody loves it. It sends shockwaves. It's one of the biggest moments in, you know what I'm saying, Black Clover lore. Like that scene was real big, obviously, because, you know what I'm saying, Asta's not really that, you know, he's the main character type. Oh, you know, I want to save people and all that stuff. Boy, that boy was not playing with it. He was like, yeah, hey, you move again, I'm going to chop your head off.
Okay, I got one for you. All Might showing up, season 1, right? Against the gnomes? I forgot what they were called. Those creatures that they had?
Yeah.
All Might showing up to save everybody. The tell me villains. Have you heard
this one?
Yeah, that to me was one of those moments that sold me on that show.
Absolutely.
Because it sent chills down my spine. I'm like, yo, this All Might dude is built like that.
He beat the brakes off them though. That boy, you know what I'm saying? And that's when you really see how light that he was, because he just outlasted him. Even though Billy was, you know what I'm saying, was standing
absorb and take.
See if you can absorb this much. That man
you're built to take my max? So
I'm
you think that's my max?
My max is, yeah.
So I gotta go beyond ultra, alright? That was probably one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, that was definitely a dope one. For me, another one that I ain't gonna lie, I respect it, man. Hunter x Hunter. When Shoot fought Yuppie, and Yuppie let the man live, and Knuckle just see him crawl, I was like, I gotta get you back for my dog. You ain't gonna destroy my dog like that, bro. He was like, you think we flies? He said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you. This fly about to send you flying. I was like, yeah. No.
I forgot about that one.
You gotta give him
that.
I said, you gotta give him, because that boy, he sized your homie. I ain't gonna lie. He sized your homie, dog.
You come back like, well, why have he killed you? What?
He
You're
didn't take the time. He didn't even take the Thailand, or he ain't gonna do nothing. Let him crawl over.
God.
Nuts in, man. Come on, man.
One Punch Man, the karate tournament. The dude that was getting beaten by the monster.
Yeah.
He got his teeth knocked out. He's getting the back of his legs again stabbed.
I need a hero.
He starts screaming for help. And then Saitama shows up.
Hey, he didn't even believe in heroes. That joke was funny, dog. He didn't even believe in heroes, boy. He needed one, boy. He needed one.
Hey, that beating was so bad.
It was a vicious beating. I was like,
I'm sorry, you wouldn't even got that far with me. I would have started screaming for a hero.
I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the craziest things about anime, man, is when you know you can't beat somebody, dog. You giving them your you take this attack, and them boys just like, oh man.
My God.
Hey,
what did he remember he threw like the little monster meat at everybody and they would start eating it. I would have said, oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie.
I need a hero. Help.
You stuck between the rock and the hard place. I don't want to tell him no monster, but this man gonna kill me.
Yo, and he had so many attacks. Like at one point you're kind of looking at it like, all right, man, I ain't gonna lie, he might have this. Yeah. And then it just kept getting worse and worse. I'm like, oh man, he's getting beat down. Like, somebody come save him.
That boy, he needed a hero. I ain't gonna lie. But another one for me is, obviously, y'all know One Piece is the GOAT. When Zoro saved Luffy from Bartholomew Kuma, again, that is one of the
nothing
greatest,
happened scene.
one of the greatest I got your back moments ever. I ain't gonna lie.
That's one of them. That's one of them.
I was just like,
that's one of them.
I was like, they're all defeated, dog. Like, Luffy about to get captured. I had no hope. And then one man rose up. And I swear, if he was human, he would have slashed his arm.
Oh,
the arm would have been gone.
That's what I thought. When I first seen that scene, I remember thinking in my head, like, if you weren't a damn robot,
boy,
this man would have took
your arm would have been gone.
Like, you thought you were gonna lay your hands on the future king of the pirate.
You thought you were gonna touch the king like that?
Without losing an arm. You almost lost the entire arm. I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember seeing that, I'm like, yo, I'm like, Zoro might be the second in command. Yeah. That's when I first thought that. I'm like, there was always that argument, Sanji or Zoro, even though,
it was never an argument for me.
It was always Zoro, but
Yes.
the little argument.
Yeah.
But man, you see that scene where everybody knocked out and the only person there to protect him was Zoro? That's when I was like, okay, all right. But that scene, I got reminded years later of that particular scene during the Tanjiro versus Gataru, the brother and the sister, when they're about to stab his eye, and then Tengen shows up.
Yeah.
I got your back. Started slashing, doing every single breathing technique attack that we knew he could do.
Yeah.
That made me be like, okay, yeah. I said, this is peak. This is peak fiction right here, because you got to see Tanjiro and him working in tandem, partnering to beat up probably one of the most powerful villains that you had bumped into so far in the series. And they looked unbeatable. The idea that I'd have to chop your head off and your sister's head off at the same time
was crazy.
Oh man, the
Was crazy.
level of difficulty. You're poisoned. You're missing a freaking what is it? He was missing his hand.
Yeah.
One hand was chopped off. At one point, you lose an eye and you keep fighting. Man, if anybody ever had your back, you want that dude to have your back. The way he jumped out and was ready for all that smoke, that was one of those I got your back moments that made me go, yeah, great.
This is an I got your back moment, kind of. And the reason why I say it like that is because the person died. but the get back was legendary. Shikamaru get back for Asuma. I don't care nobody. Again,
Yeah.
I'm a huge Shikamaru fan.
Yeah.
He said, I got to get mine. He disrespected my master. He killed my dog. I'm gonna fight him one-on-one. No, and again, that was the first time we seen somebody go head-to-head with a Akatsuki member. No help. And I ain't gonna lie. Everybody knows Shikamaru's ability is not necessarily the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it was Naruto or Sasuke or something. Cool. Shikamaru's ability is very lackluster, to say the least.
Yeah.
But when I see him fight this dude one-on-one and bury his head in the forest with the deers, I said, hey, this is he OP to me. Ever since then, I was like, yeah, well, I go.
I think that was. I can't think of a fight that was better than that. In all honesty, I really believe that was like one of the highlights of the entire series.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I've always said it, I love characters that have simplistic abilities and they make it work.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I love Toto. Like, with the clapping and him moving into a different area, or moving other people and objects and things like that. If it's very simple, I'm like, this is the greatest power ever, right? One of the Naruto scenes that I really love, though, even though it's not really I got your back moment, but it is an I got your back moment, if you will, is Naruto saving Sasuke from Orochimaru's giant snake when he stopped it, and he had his blades inside this thing, and he basically said something like "you scaredy cat," something like that, like "what's wrong with you?" I was like, oh man, that showed that he had that dog in him, that he could save everybody, that he's not that little frail guy, and that kind of, I think that's when Sasuke kind of was like, hold up, man, I
gotta start respecting this dude.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
I might have to get stronger here. This guy might be it.
This is like I got your back moment too, and it holds so much weight for me because this dude was your rival, dog. He was your rival. When Vegeta fought Frieza and he was disrespecting the Saiyans, and he's crying to Goku. He's like, he disrespected us, huh? He disrespected us, dog. You gotta whoop this dude for the Saiyans, dog. You know what I'm saying?
For the pride of our people.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an OG anime fan, and still to this day, man. Like, the man, again, and you know how prideful Vegeta is. This man is one of the most prideful people in anime, period. If there's a list, he's on it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe probably at the top. But to beg your rival, the guy that defeated you in the past, you say, hey, bro, I know we got our problems. I know we ain't on good terms. But you gotta whoop this dude for me. You got to, bro. This dude, he disrespected us, dog. You gotta whoop this dude, dog. I was like, I respect it, man. Like, sometimes you gotta do it for the race, man. You gotta do it for the good of the race.
Well, I definitely feel you on that one.